Look, you interrogate a man and you are running over 4 hours. Marking time until we got our turn.
Mami mamu akwa ba eba Ghana Sam TV GH. Mesra o like, comment, subscribe, turn on notification also so that anytime you post a video, it say you will stand back heavy. Ebusianfo, yenya update about the Dennis Miracles Abuaje saga ekoso. Now, I want to quickly walk you through some timelines. Dennis Miracles Abuaje, for the past 1 week, now near my name, no UK. And he went there to do one or two things. In fact, Mikai said some months ago, I think quite a while ago, Dennis mentioned, say, oh no, he has been invited at Yoko, whatever questions are there for him to answer, whatever documentations are there for him to tender in or tender in. Now, before Dennis, Befri or Minor Mokono, just about a week ago, nobody told him, say, you didn't have the right to travel out of Ghana. Nobody. He did not sneak out. And yes, I was sneaky, Debbie. He went through the normal process as stipulated for traveling outside the country. Terminal 3, yeah. And Okoye, he did not go there with the intent to go and stay there forever. Barely 2 weeks, he's back. Now, whilst coming back into the country, Awabedu Kotokano, Ohona, immigration for a chin say Adenya or stop list or that stop list. So now the question that well-meaning Ghanaians are asking and they say, the person is not as if the person is traveling even out of the jurisdiction. Now, even if you don't want the person to travel even out of the jurisdiction, you go to a competent court of jurisdiction and the court seizes the person's passport. And yes, sir. And yes, sir. But for someone who is coming into the country, clearly, because Dennis Munim say wherever you want to see Dennis, you will find him. Almost every morning, he's on TV or radio. Now we skin our way. And guess what? Now Yoko, Eddie se communicate biba say and 55 million Ghana cedis be and a nipa be involved and a nipa no say no wajitum so betia ebusianfo kutumpu. Whatever that other guy that has been quoted on that release, it has nothing whatsoever to do with Dennis. And then Ukraine. And nothing. Yen beside who say, add then all this while, Dennis has been going to TV back. Nobody has acted. The moment Obabon Tibeka so person director for communications for MPP Pena, to try to intimidate him. NDC4 are trying hard to create some impression being in the minds of MPP delegates. Because NDC4 omunim the kind of leadership it will take for MPP to return to power, they know. So they try to create some impression to catch some people and all those so that delegates will be influenced. Na ebushan for munim ne esi si aminu ye kasa no iyokofo or bail condition for Dennis 50 million Ghana cedis. 50 million Ghana cedis is the money that Iyoko want as bail condition, and I think 2 sureties or 3 sureties. 50 million Ghana cedis. That is why some of these things a video no edit to her for tomorrow's sake. So that in 2029, if by the grace of God, I become deputy Yoko boss, people will be asked to go and bring the signature of Angel Gabriel. Angel Gabriel's signature. You go and bring it as a bail condition. Yeah. In 2029, people will be asked to produce a 1-day-old pregnant woman. 1-day-old pregnant woman as bail condition. No, because what NDC4 no. And people are quiet. Me, every time I speak about the fact that people are quiet, because silence means what? Consent. And yes, sir. So it means that the words they are giving our people 50 million Ghana city bail conditions, it is okay. So tomorrow, if you are also asking, you say, go and find us a 2 weeks pregnant goat and bring it as bail condition, no one should talk. If we ask you, say, oh, go and bring a goat that does not smell as bail condition, nobody should talk. Nina a bail conditions, yeah. Nina a bail conditions. Okay? If we ask you, say, go and produce your 3 months old picture as bail conditions, no one should complain, because this is the way we want the country to be. And Dennis Miracles Abuaje, you are giving him 50 million Ghana cedis bail condition. Adentia, you want to show where power lies. And yes, sir. Ochina beba. Bleudi. And I'm pesami kai beba igbenumba. Gbedeka no didi chede. Echo yako oyu ogblo oyue. Echale mi ewe se mi ewe da say you. Mufanusa. No matter how long it takes, it's going to be tomorrow. So one day, go 2029 will come. We see where power lies.
You interrogate a man, and you are running over 4 hours, marking time until we got our turn. In the final analysis, the bail conditions are cruel and oppressive. Look at this very hour. They are about to exceed the 48 hours as enshrined in the Constitution. Where is this gentleman going to get, 3 sureties, 50 million as a bill sum, and then the properties should worth 50 million, and 2 should post that properties? How are we going to do it? So you can see clearly that the bail terms are cruel, and it's a way to punish him some more. It's not possible for us to post these securities at this critical hour. And I could say that the rule of law is sitting upside down. It's very unfortunate.
So will he be released today?
How is he going to be released? How is he going to post the bail bonds? How is he going to do it? 50 million Ghana cedis, 3 sureties, 2 to be justified. That means 2 of them should post properties. I do not see why, in the civility of things, a man who is coming into Ghana should be arrested and kept all this while. Because the past record is showing that they've invited him here, and he came, and they said when they needed him, they'll call him. So I believe that democracy and the rule of law has been reversed backwards, that a man who is not running away and is decent enough to go through Kotoka International Airport, or what they call the Accra Airport, is arrested and detained all this while. I don't believe that is how we should conduct affairs. It is not proper. As if he's a common criminal, and I don't see common criminals coming through Kotoka Airport.
Worked so hard to build. And again, if you look at the pattern that has happened since this government took over 2025, it is a repeated pattern. Almost every week, somebody is picked, brought here. We all have to stop our day and come, and the person is denied access to lawyers, denied access to family. We don't know what is happening. Draconian bail conditions are issued, and then we don't hear anything about the matter. Then the next week is another person. Obviously, this is another very cheap attempt at political intimidation and persecution that will not stand. We are here to do everything we can, of course, peacefully and respecting the rule of law in this country to get him released.
My final interest is how the flag bearer and the team are taking what is happening in the last 48 hours.
Of course, it's not an easy thing for anybody. In fact, I do believe that most Ghanaians are worried. I don't know if you've even followed the sentiments on social media, but as a very law-abiding party that we are going to use the law and all the processes to ensure that the right thing is done. As of now, we do not have much information for any of you. I haven't seen him myself. I haven't been allowed to see him. His family hasn't been allowed to see him. So we are here here again to see what we can do on those processes, and I'm sure we'll keep you updated. But again, I think everybody should treat that statement from Iyoko with a grain of salt and the highest degree of contempt, because it looks like he's already trying to spin tails. And Iyoko is supposed to be an investigative body, an independent investigative body, which is supposed to have some credibility. So we do not expect them to be behaving like an information apparatus or a propaganda tool, essentially. So if you have anything against him, charge him. Let us see what those charges are. Give him bail, because you cannot just keep somebody. It's almost the 48 hours will elapse today. You can't just keep somebody because you feel like it. And it's beginning to be like a pattern coming from the Raymond Atta lady, Yoko, which I think is unbecoming and is a step too much. This is probably the last straw for all of us in the opposition. And so we are hoping, like I said, we want to go inside and see what they have to tell, and then I'll come out and let you know.
Look, from the statement, if nothing at all, at least we know that he was going to be arrested this week, at least from the statement, based on new information that has been acquired.
That's what the statement is saying. Yeah, finish your question, please.
So that per the statement, it doesn't look like this is in reaction to his bid to contest for Director of National Communications.
To his bid. We are saying it is a reaction to his continued advocacy for the people of Ghana. We all remember how this issue of cocoa farmers was almost going unnoticed till Dennis went and became the voice of these farmers who had gone months without being paid after selling their cocoa beans to the government. That was their responsibility. It was the responsibility of the government of Ghana to pay them. Who brought all of this information to light? It was Dennis Miracle Sabuaje. We also remember how the NDC rode into power, trying to paint a picture as though Galamsey was solely the doing of the MPP government. Everything Galamsey was because MPP was in power. And so effectively, the MPP is booted out, Galamsey will stop. We've all seen how Galamsey has risen, and we see several government party members of the NDC and several government appointees involved in Galamsey as well, who has been bringing this matter to the forefront of our national discussion. Again, that is Dennis Miracles Abuaje. And we are talking about the treatment, due process. Nobody is against an investigative process or holding ex-government appointees to account. That is not the point of it. We are saying that this guy is here. Dennis lives in Ghana. He's not difficult to find. You've invited him a couple of times. He has turned up. He is cooperating. Why do you then stop him at the airport? Do you think that is right?
Doesn't the statement give this clarity? Because they had placed his name on the stop order. Unknown to them, he had already traveled. So his name will be flagged immediately he gets to Hansen. His name will be flagged immediately he comes to the airport.
Do you really believe that they do not know he had left the country?
They say they didn't know.
No, I do not believe that. And I don't point of contention here. Could you not have allowed him to come, invite him on Monday and then see him? Have you been able to question him this Saturday? No.
A decision had been made to arrest him already.
A decision had been made by who? Are you aware
Iyoko.
that in this country you can't arbitrarily just go and arrest people? And are you aware that people are considered innocent until proven guilty?
Police can arrest without warrant when someone is suspected of a wrongdoing.
No, it's when you're actually in the commission of a crime. They can't, and no.
For police, they can do it on suspicion.
And then, what
Yes,
crime
on
is
suspicion.
he on suspicion of?
Alleged stealing, alleged money fraud.
And
Yeah.
I don't understand. I really do not understand your question.
Alleged money laundering,
Have
alleged.
these charges, like saying, this is not the beginning of the whatever investigation these people were doing. They had invited him previously to this place. He had turned up. So why not wait and invite him again on Monday?
There's new information that warranted his arrest this
Do you
week.
think they questioned him on Saturday? Because if they did, then that would be illegal, because his lawyers had not seen him, like I'm telling you, till about an hour ago. Do you think it is correct?
It was on Sunday that they sent him to do a search.
Do you think it is right for a Ghanaian citizen to be arrested and held 48 hours, no lawyers, no family, no questioning? Because obviously you can't be questioned without your lawyer. So what was the point of that 48 hours of keeping him behind bars? Do you not think the more likely situation is in persecution and intimidation? Hansen. I expect an answer, because you are asking me a question and I'm also responding. Don't you think that's a more likely scenario? And don't you think it would have been more prudent if they actually wanted to seem like they were above board to invite him on Monday? He would have turned up. Do you really believe that Dennis Miracles Abuaje is a flight risk? Do you think he has anywhere to go?
These are questions for you.
Obviously.
They based on it, because they have more information than I do. I will relay what I have.
point is due process. Our point is if you want to hold people accountable and the pattern of repeated abuse of power that comes from this office every day. I'm sure this is not the first time since NDC came into power you have come here to cover, right? We've lost count, I'm sure. Every day we come here, blah, blah. The draconian bail conditions, those bail conditions will eventually be met. Then we don't hear anything about the case and another one happens. You don't think that is strange? That's what has been happening, and that's obviously what is happening. And the position of the MPP is very simple. If anything has been done, follow the right process and then put him in front of a judge. You do not pick somebody up at the airport, Rambo style, as though he is a hardened criminal or he was absconding. Indeed, he was returning back to Ghana. And like I already said, Iyoko had invited him previously. He had come and been interviewed by Iyoko. So it is not like this was the first time that they were trying to reach him, and so therefore they had to pick him at the airport.
The allegations Yoko make, do you have any fair idea of the issue?
His lawyers will come and speak to that in the right time. Of course, every day they throw allegations out there that don't go anywhere. So his lawyers will come out soon and then they will brief you on the specifics of the case. But the only thing that I have been briefed on that I can talk about is an attempt by Yoko to, obviously, I think the reaction that they got after the arrest was such that it put a lot of pressure on them. So I felt that that's why they saw the need to put out the statement in the way that they did. Because if you have arrested another person and the person is cooperating, what does that have to do with miracles? There are obviously two cases, and that attempt to link both cases in the statement is also something that we find very worrying.
So it is related to the same transaction.
Yes, and we are saying that the lawyers for Dennis Miracles are saying that as of now, those two are not linked. They are two separate issues, and then it is obviously something that Yoko did to try and spin the news around this, because obviously it hasn't been well received that you pick somebody up on Saturday evening upon his arrival into the country. And all we are asking is for the right thing to be done. As of this point, it's almost 48 hours, so we expect that he's sent to court or he's granted bail.
Thank you very much. And so that is Akyea Amwako. He is she's spokesperson